how slim he is. It's incredible how lithe he still looks. By the way, I think we've resolved the issue. Emilio Amavisca is going to play at left back. So we're looking at a combination of
the player who's actually from the Murcia region of Spain as well. And he seems to have lost a bit of weight since then as well.
I think he needed to.
Butragueño with a chance to put Madrid in front early doors, just wide.
Well, I'm tempted to say he doesn't normally miss those. I suppose it's some time since he's had the opportunity to miss one of them. But one of the things that defined Butragueño as a player was exactly this kind of run on the shoulder of the last defender, in behind people, astute more than necessarily very fast, although he was reasonably quick across the ground.
During the current season in Spain, so they'll be playing in the second tier just 11 years after winning the league.
Well, and how they miss someone like Mackay, by the way, as well.
Amavisca turning on to his right side. Zidane, and now Figo! Wide again from a former Portugal captain, a former Real Madrid legend as well. Madrid with the early chances to take the lead against the German team. Figo into the box, Butragueño. And is that a penalty?
It is, yeah. For those that don't know, the referee tonight is Carlos Mejia Davila. Well, Carlos Mejia Davila works for Real Madrid as their refereeing delegate, the man who referees the training games, looks after the players in terms of explaining to them new rules from referees and stuff, looks after everything for Real Madrid. So here we go, penalty.
De La Red scores for Real Madrid. A few months ago, he wouldn't have thought that would be possible after he was forced to retire from the game after a heart trouble.
But he was in the squad for a good 7 or 8 years, but without really being a first-choice player, because he had Lilian Thuram ahead of him. And it took the retirement of Marcel Desailly for him to become a regular, because then, of course, Thuram moved into the middle of the defence, and Willy Sagnol became the fullback.
Amavisca to Figo. Once again, he's denied the chance to score a goal for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Rummenigge didn't quite fancy starting the game, but we will definitely see the 55-year-old former Germany international as Butragueño possibly leaves it too late. No, Butragueño makes it 2-0 to Real Madrid after less than 16 minutes in the Spanish capital. Madrid have definitely been the better side early on as Mourinho watches on.
It's a lovely finish, wasn't it? And that was Butragueño all over again. The same sort of run behind the defence, slotting into space and going beyond them. A hint of offside, perhaps, but it's the way he takes it, the neatness of the touch, and that's Butragueño all over. Indication of his honesty and his sincerity about the game. Because I have to say, that wasn't what I was going to say. I have to say, I think it was the right time for him to go.
Zidane with an opportunity. Butragueño is onside. The Bayern players feel, though, that should have been called as offside. Now Mackay. Bremer's joined the attack with Breitner in possession inside the first 22 minutes here at the Santiago Bernabeu.
The most striking thing, really, is that combination between Zidane and Emilio Butragueño, because Butragueño keeps making the run. Was that a dive? I think he's given it. I must say, my first impression was that was a dive from Ruben de la Red. Mejia Davila has given it, and look at that. Oh, it's a dive! Sneaky.
Santillana with a chance to score back in a Real Madrid shirt. And it's saved. That's a really poor penalty. No problem at all for Hunhans. Tarnat's trotting forward in support. Sergio fancies a go himself. It's wide. No trouble for Paco Boyo, who's had very little to do in the opening half hour at the Bernabeu.
And now both of them are also UEFA ambassadors, which essentially means travelling around the world and sort of promoting the game on behalf of UEFA.
Morientes getting close with one of the replacements, Velasco. Amavisca just stumbling inside the box. Alguera goes for goal. It's Redondo who's got it for Real Madrid. At Wembley yesterday for England's 2-2 draw with Spain. It didn't last long as Paulo Sergio puts Bayern one up in terms of their goals. 3-1 the scoreline. That's a boost ahead of half-time. Paulo Sergio, the former Brazilian winger, He finished his career in 2003. He's now got a goal at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, he finished his career, didn't he, back in Brazil, having had a little spell in the United Arab Emirates, played for Bayer Leverkusen, for Roma, as well as obviously Bayern Munich, or else he wouldn't be here today. Really blowing a gale through here now. And a player that we expect not to last much more than 10 or 15 minutes more, but he made quite an impact for the first half. Amazing thing is the shape that Zidane is in. I'm convinced that when this game was set up, and bear in mind that Zidane was involved in its setting up, that he went on a really pretty serious training regime to make sure he was in good shape for it, because... Oh, it's in! What a goal!
That's a stunning finish.
It's a complete fluke. What a brilliant fluke from Alfonso.
4-1 the scoreline. Alfonso, the former Real Madrid and Barcelona player.
Well, those who saw Alfonso's greatest moment, well, that's nice, isn't it? Gets the shirt say animal to Mikel Roque. Mikel Roque, of course, who's had terrible health problems. The Real Betis player has recently been through surgery. Looks like it's going to be successful.
Bombing forward now. Figo in on the act two. Morientes is in a bit of space on the edge of the 6-yard box. Figo went for goal instead himself. And he's still not got that goal, Luis Figo.
Through the table off the balcony.
That's one way to get rid of it. Figo.
There's one way to get rid of it, but the poor person who was passing by below the balcony on the street gets hit in the head by a flying videotape. It's not entirely fair.
Zidane shrugging off the challenge of Kovac, Robert Kovac. And the free kick has been given Bayern's way, taken quickly as well. Zidane not too happy about that. Lovely skill from the former Real Madrid midfielder.
I probably shouldn't admit this, but one of the most tragic things about this game was going through the team sheet before the game and looking up some of the players' details and looking at the dates of birth.
Kovac with an absolute stunner. Niko Kovac makes it 4-2. Madrid still lead, but the gap's closer for the German side and some of their fans inside the stadium.
Beauty that, wasn't it?
Zidane. Kovac tracking back with Zidane as Figo twists and turns away from Fulga.
It's been
Cortez.
Virtually Madrid all the way throughout this game, hasn't it? Zidane, brilliant.
Alfonso going for the pass this time. It's an own goal from Kovac. The pass was intended for Morientes, turned in by the Bayern Munich defender. The scoreline now 5-2 to Real Madrid as Suker is about to come on.
And John Toshak, who was the manager the following season, said, well, with the money that Suker makes, I would have thought he could have bought her something better than a teddy bear. Oh, what a goal!
That's a superb effort from Paulo Sergio. An overhead kick after Mackay set up the former Brazil winger. The scoreline now 5-3. Goals are plenty in the rain at the Bernabeu. A terrific effort. That's what the fans have come to see. There will be more changes as well. Victor is about to come on. Two number 9s on once again, Suker and Danny. And there it is, 5-3 becomes 6-3 now to Real Madrid.
Fernando Sanz, I think it was. I think it was Fernando Sanz. Let's see if we get the replay. Yeah, it was. Well, assuming that the director thinks the same as me. It's certainly Fernando Sanz he's focusing on. Say the son of the former president, Lorenzo Sanz, the former president himself of Malaga.
It's partially cleared by Kovac, who's already on an own goal. But Perez finds the top of the net, but not the goal.
Being so good for Germany in 1982, and of course part of the German side that got to the final in 1986 when Argentina scored in that final when they lost 3-2 to Diego Maradona's Argentinian side.
Contreras denying Tarnat, who's come back on after initially starting and then being replaced. Kovac, who's already got an own goal. He might fancy a shot here. Mackay is in support. Kovac twisting and turning and changing direction. And
oh, he's got it as well.
It's a penalty this time to Bayern. It looks like Mackay will take it though, once the Wolves move back. It is Mackay.
Oh, good save.
Contreras keeping it out and denying Mackay. The children in Africa 10 minutes remain. It's 6-3 to Real Madrid against Bayern Munich.
Ooh, good save again. Oh, Coque Contreras has played pretty well.
It's a corner to Munich as we see that chance again. Contreras getting down low. That's a lovely dink.
Oh!
And a goal as well. It's Sam once again. 7-3 to Real Madrid against Bayern Munich. 10 goals in the Spanish capital. And we could see Perez about to come off. But Amavisca, who wants to come back on.
Still 1998 for that.
Perez, who's brought down inside the box. It's a definite penalty. Kreutzer, the man who made the challenge. He can't have any complaints, I don't think, about that one. So an opportunity for Real Madrid to make it 8-3. At the Bernabeu, the Golden Boot winner from the '98 World Cup. Of course, he got 6 goals in 7 matches in France. On his favoured left side, Suker with a lovely chip and a lovely penalty. 8-3 to Real Madrid against Bayern Munich, and he loves it.
You just knew he was going to do it Panenka, didn't you? You just knew he was just going to dink it into the net instead of hit it hard. Davor Suker, even when he's not fit, even when he's playing in a veterans game, even when it's only a penalty, still manages to make it classy.
In this game, and there is the full-time whistle here at the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid winning by 8 goals to 3 against an all-star team